everyone, it's Ashley again. I posted a video the other day of my first holiday look of many, and I had a lot of friends comment, or not comment, but tell me that they would like to see it from beginning to end, not just the products themselves, but how I apply them, steps that I use. So I figured I would show you. So I hope you like it, and let's go ahead and get started. So first I start with my Real Norman moisturizer. It's really nice. It goes on really smooth. It's not too like wet. It dries really nicely, and it just perfects the, my skin for all the makeup that I'm gonna put on it. So I just got a little bit and put it on a foundation brush like this. Just a cheap, I literally bought this at like Burlington for like $2.99. So it's really cute, just a simple brush. And then once I'm done applying it, I use my fingers to kind of blend it in, because this moisturizer needs to be blended in circular motions going up into my skin, not down and kind of all around. So I just kind of put it on this way. I guess that makes me, I don't know, it just feels nice. And then the excess I just rub in. So just kind of put it everywhere, especially like around my nose. It's not super cold here now, but it's definitely getting colder, and my nose is the first thing to dry out. So I like to put a lot and just kind of just blend it in. So, and then I put it on my neck as well. Excuse me, and then just go ahead and just blend it in, and it just feels so good. Like when your skin just feels thirsty, I guess that's how my skin feels, and it feels just like, I quenched its thirst once I'm done putting this on. It's kind of weird, but I don't know, you get what I'm saying. Alright. Woohoo! Alright. Then after that, I apply my primer. This is actually a new one that I'm trying. It was recommended to me. It's Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer, color correcting. As you can tell, I definitely have redness in my skin, undertones, and I have very uneven skin. So this is really nice. It's a very nice velvety smooth primer. Literally a couple dabs in certain areas and just rub it in. I just use my fingers. I don't know, I've never really used like a brush to apply, sorry, my nose itched. I never really used a brush to apply my primer. I've always used my fingers. I feel like because any excess is obviously going to get over my fingers, and that way I know I'm not applying too much. With brushes, sometimes I feel like, it's definitely easy to over excess how much you're using, or excess too much of what you're using. So I just apply it in, and it feels, like I said, it feels really smooth. It was like $8, and I got it at Walmart, and I'm actually really liking it. I've only used it, this is like my 4th time. Before I was using the Smashbox, and I want to say it was Photo something. I really don't remember, but that one, it just didn't feel good on my skin. This one feels really nice. So then I just put that in. Alrighty, and then just kind of like wait a couple seconds. It's not like wet or anything, it feels good to kind of fan it off. And this is another new one I'm trying. It is the e.l.f. Misting Setting Spray. Make It Mist and Set Spray. Excuse me. This one is a couple bucks. I've never really used a setting spray, so this is really nice. Kind of something new to try, and it's only a couple bucks, so it doesn't hurt. I just spray a couple. Oh, definitely do not open your mouth. I forget that every time. So, that one you definitely want to make sure that it dries. So, I apologize for my hair. I was like, I work graveyards, and so I just kind of like woke up and it was still daylight, and I really wanted to do it because otherwise I'm going to do it and it's going to be dark and then the lighting's terrible, so sorry, but hopefully it'll look good when I'm done, once the makeup's done. So, alrighty. Now on to foundation. I use MAC Studio Fix SPF 15. It looks like this, and in color, wow, in skin tone NW13. Like I said, I'm very pale, so that is it. I don't have any like super expensive brushes. I have brushes from school that I got in like my makeup kits and stuff that I've used. And this one was recommended by a girl that I work with, and it's just the e.l.f. stippling brush. I actually really like it. It feels really nice just going on. It doesn't feel like it's kicking on my face. It feels like it's kind of just like smoothing over everything, but it's not applying too much product at one time. So I have oily skin. If I apply too much of something that's liquid based, I'm gonna like create oil all around my nose, underneath my eyes, sometimes up here, you know, like in my temples, hairline. But it kind of creates a really nice effect to where it doesn't really happen that much. So I actually applied a little bit too much, but I put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I just kind of like dab it like so, and then just kind of stipple it on my face. I really like this foundation. It doesn't dry super quick, so I can kind of build it, and I don't have to work too fast with it to kind of blend it all in. I've actually been using a beauty blender up until about 2 weeks ago, and I think maybe I just need to get a new one because it just felt really weird. I felt like I was using more, and I don't know why. But so I kind of just do this motion. I'm getting most of it off of my hand. Like I said, I got a lot, so I'm just gonna do that, and then it's a little funky, and then just kind of really light, super light-handedly, just going in and making sure I'm covering every spot. I'm using the camera on my phone to do this, to apply this, so that way you can see it better, and I don't have like a mirror like blocking half of my face. So I'm going down to my jaw and into my neck. Okay. I'm just gonna make sure, double check. Okay. It's weird lighting, so I want to make sure I got everything. Alright. So then, probably my next favorite step, I love blush. So I think this is probably my favorite step out of all of them. I have MAC Mocha, and it's a matte blush, and it's just beautiful color. I talked about this again. All these products are the same products in the video that I showed you. I just am showing you how I got the look that I had in the video. So I'll just show it to you again real fast. So there's that, and I take my angled contour brush, smallest side, or I guess shortest side, not smallest side. Shortest side is the one that I point up going into my hairline, and the longest one is the one that I have going at the base of my apple cheeks. Tongue-tied, you know what I meant. Wow. So I just do a couple little swirls, and then I usually just kind of blow off the excess. It's really pigmented, so if I use a lot, it definitely shows, and I don't like to use a lot because my skin is so fair. So, but just do that and apply it like so, bring it into my hairline. Sometimes I'll go to the apples, or man, wow, okay. I do not have apples on my face. Sometimes I start here and I'll go all the way back, and sometimes I just kind of go right here instead of right here and then just go back. It kind of just depends, kind of like what my mood is. And then I do the same for the other side. Like I said, it's really pigmented. It looks really dark on camera. It's really not that dark. Hopefully maybe I'll be able to get some better lighting or something. So like I said, and just work that into your hairline. You want to make sure that it's blended really nicely, that it's not just kind of like a strip, because that's more noticeable. I mean, obviously not everyone has perfect rosy cheeks, but at least no one's going to be staring at the side of your face and like, what's going on? So my bronzer, which is a little too dark for my skin tone, But I like it. It's Give Me Sun, their mineralizing max mineralizing bronzer. I only use a tiny little bit. I literally just do this. Just do that because it's really dark. Blow off the excess, and then same thing, except see, there's my cheekbone right there. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. There's my cheekbone right there. I just go right above that, smaller, shortest end coming down instead of up like with the blush, and just kind of go this way. You can see, just kind of blend it. And you always want to start with a little bit of bronzer. I feel like if you start with too much, it's harder to get off. You can, at least when you start with a little bit, you can build it to be the color that you want, rather than trying to, you know, take excess off. So alright, you can definitely see this side a lot better. So see, you just see the light bronzer and then the blush and then my cheekbone and then my white skin. So that's, yeah. After that, I grab my big fluffy brush, my powder brush, and I just kind of blend them together. So if it's super dark sometimes, it's just nice. It kind of gets, you know, doesn't make it look as dark. So next thing I do is I do my eyebrows. My eyebrows are different shapes. If your eyebrows are different shapes, I would love to know. I feel like I'm the only one in the world that has a round eyebrow and a square eyebrow. I don't know why. I've tried tweezing, waxing, literally everything, and my hair just grows back the same every time. So it just happens. But yeah, so weird fact about me. Anyway, so to fill my eyebrows, I've tried many different things. The only thing I found that works really well for me and my eyebrows, my face, is just a dark brown eyeshadow. I got it in a palette from school. It's really big, otherwise I would show you. Maybe like in another video I might do that, but it's just a dark brown eyeshadow, kind of like a cocoa color. I put it on an angled eyeliner brush. It's like the best application I think for eyebrows. So I am going to use my mirror because this is like, I'm sorry, but so hopefully I can do it like this so you can see. So I just kind of start down here and then work my way up. So I just did one line, and then I'm going to, with the same brush, kind of blend it up. I'm going to blend it up and then work my way around my arch, or through the middle of my arch, and do the same thing. It's just constant blending. You don't want to use too much because it'll look like it's like black, and I don't know why. That was weird. I don't know. That was really weird. Probably because I'm doing it down. It like got on my skin, but that happens. Luckily with eyeshadow, it's really easy to come off. See, so that's my eyebrow. It looks really dark on camera. Ugh. No, that's not too dark. I don't know. I'm going crazy, but I promise it's not. It's really not that dark. Then I do the same thing to the other one. This is the eyebrow that's more square, so I don't do really too much to it because my round eyebrow is the one that I really angled more to look like my square one. This one I'm just kind of filling it in and making it as dark as the other one. So just like that, and just kind of like fill it in. It's crazy. I feel like I look really weird, but I don't know. It ends up working itself out, I guess. So see what I meant? Like my eyebrows are definitely like two different things. It's crazy, but in the end it looks good. So now to my concealer of the eyebrows, which is what gives it its brightness and its shape, and I can mold it, and it just looks really good. I have a tripod of concealer. I also got this from school, so I'm sorry. I haven't really used any other type of concealers just because I've had this one for so long. I look really weird on camera right now with my eyebrows like this. But I think any concealer, any brand, I think would really work well as long as it's not too like oil based. I feel like more oil based ones causes for more shininess, and if you want a matte finish, you definitely don't want to go with a really oil based one. So I just go on the top and shape around the way that I want my eyebrow to look. So see how I did that? And see how it looks different? It's weird, but it makes it lighter. It's crazy, but it's fun. So I'm just, oh, and I'm sorry, I'm using my concealer brush. This one right here. I got this at Burlington too when I got my purple cute sparkly one. This one was like $1.99. So just using those. So I apply it not only to the top but the bottom, and then also right here. And I don't know, I can tell, I can see a difference. So it just works really nicely. And then this brush, I just kind of blend it in. You can see definitely the difference of the color. Totally fine, because I'm going to be applying some bronzer to my forehead once I'm almost done anyway, so it ends up blending itself out, I promise. So then I just do the same thing to this other eye. So sorry, I guess I could do it like this. I feel really bad. I'm really new at this, so I don't really know like the best like camera tips and like what you do and use, and I'm just not that cool, I guess. I don't know. It's like lingo. Like I was watching like a whole bunch of YouTube videos and they were using a whole bunch of lingo, and I was like, all right. Like, I have no idea what you're saying, but that's awesome. So then I just blend it in again. So it's so funny. You could definitely see it. It's so funny. But you see how much better they look? I told you, it works out. So never fear. Honestly, you can always correct any mistake that you make. It is, sometimes it's harder, you know, like liquid eyeliner, gel eyeliner, because on your eyelid after you've applied all of your eyeshadow. I have had that happen way too many times, but I know all about it. So never give up. If you mess up, I know it kind of like is a bummer, but it's fun. It's, makeup is supposed to be fun. So, and I definitely recommend if you're trying something new to try it out before you either go to school or go to work. I've done that too, where it didn't look as good as I thought it did, like when I left, and then I got to work and I was like, all right, yeah, I need to leave. I think go to the bathroom for like 20 minutes. So yeah, definitely try it out. So my next one, sorry, I'm getting sick. I've talked so much today, I feel like I can't talk anymore sometimes. I grabbed my MAC paint pot in Painterly. Love this thing. Also talked about this in my other video. I love this thing. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It is amazing. So I just put a little bit on a concealer brush that I have. It's just a super little brush. It's really nice. This stuff goes on like a cream and dries like a powder. It is amazing, and it is the perfect primer, base, eyeshadow color for anything that you want to do. It's nude. The color I got is really nude. So really, honestly, I could wear it as an eyeshadow and throw on some, you know, eyeliner, mascara, or lashes, or whatever I'm feeling for, and I'm good. I'm like all set, and I didn't even have to put on eyeshadow. So it's awesome. I definitely recommend doing it. So I kind of start out in the middle, and then I work my way down to the bottom. And I like to go all the way into this corner right here. My brow bones are super, what is that? Like, I don't know. You can just see them. You can see my eye socket and brow bone right there. And I like to go over it because sometimes it's really noticeable in pictures, especially when I'm smiling or if I'm making a funny face. And I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's one of the things that I don't like about my face. But other than that, it's not too bad. So I just kind of go up. You definitely want to apply it the way that you would apply your eyeshadow. So I make my eyeshadow more rounded on both of my eyes. And if you're not, like, if you don't like to go all the way up, then you don't have to, but that's just what I do. So, and you're definitely going to want to wait for this thing to dry. Sometimes it does take like a minute or two, and if you try to apply eyeshadow directly on top of it after you've applied it, it is like, it doesn't go on, and you end up getting the paint pot on your eyeshadow brush, and then it's really hard to get off because then it's attached to the eyeshadow that was on the brush that you want to swipe with, and yeah, it's crazy. So definitely wait until it dries. And just do the same thing to the other eye. So sorry if you can hear me breathing. Like I said, I'm sick. I feel like so stuffy. It's sad. Anyways, enough about me. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna do a quick check to make sure I did that right. Yep, I got it. I'm doing not too bad. Second video, first how-to tutorial of my full self. I'm doing not too shabby. My personal opinion. Anyways, so my next thing, obviously while I'm waiting for that to dry, I also, again, have another thing from school. Again, I am so sorry. But it's just it's a magic roulette pot. This whitest one, again, I'm really fair, so I can't really contour the way that most people can contour, or most girls can contour, girls, guys. I really can't. So what I like to do is, because I'm so fair, I feel like, well, obviously, this color is like a little darker. We saw on my eyebrows. Now it's blended in, but you can still see a little bit of difference. So what I like to do is I like to use this white and then mix it with this one. First apply the white. Again, same with my concealer brush. And I just do a line down my nose like that. And then my Cupid's bow, and I just kind of like, I know it's weird, but this is how I do it. So you don't have to. If you just want to literally put it like right there, totally fine. Totally up to you. Your face. And then I just apply a little bit down here because I have a long and round face. I definitely want to make the illusion that it is smaller. So more the attention is directed towards the middle of my face instead of the outside of my face. And then I'm going to go ahead, after I did the white, the next lightest color, which is this one right here. This is more of like an ivory than a fair. Has a little bit of yellow undertones to it. So, and then I just go ahead and put it like on the outside. And then I'll end up actually blending these together on my nose. So, I don't end up putting that one on my Cupid's bow or my chin. I just actually just use the excess and kind of like blend it in. I don't grab some more and then put it in, but I just kind of like dab this. Again, this is oil based, so definitely the less you use the better, especially for me, for oily skin. It creates a lot more oil on my nose. I could like not even be like really warm or really hot at work or whatever I'm doing, and it'll still pop through. So, alright. And then I gotta work it under my nose. That was a really weird sound. And then blend it in on my Cupid's bow. You can make a lot of really funny faces while you're doing this one. I kind of like extended that. I think it's just because I'm not like looking, but it's okay. That's okay. And then the same with this one. Just kind of like down, triangle motion. It'll all get covered up real soon. Trust me, it's not going to be like super white. And it's funny because it really doesn't even look like that big of a difference on my face, just on this side, because there's like no light over here. So really on this side it looks pretty even, except for this side, super dark, and then my lips. Okay. It tickles. Okay, so paint pot has dried. So what I can do is I will just apply the bronzer like I was telling you about. So I just kind of like do this. Sometimes I apply the bronzer first and then the blush just to double check. Definitely don't want to mix my blush and my bronzer together to put it on my face. In other areas, I do the same thing, except I do a little bit lighter, and I literally just grab a little bit, blow on it, and then I kind of apply it to the temples right here. You can already tell, and then kind of down, and then just kind of fan that in there. Same way. Just fan that in there. forgot to blow on the other one. And just kind of go in there. And then same thing under my jaw. And then I kind of like bring it down here. Okay. There wasn't very much left, so I just kind of have it to like put it on my nose, I guess. So, it is about 25 minutes in. Hopefully I'm able to fast forward this so it's not so long. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this real fast because I now have to plug my phone into the phone charger. Like I said, I worked all night long. And I still have not plugged my phone in, so I will be right back. Hey everyone, I'm back. Sorry, the angle's a little weird now. My phone like did not want to be in the position it was currently in, so this is the angle that we will be viewing it from, which I'm not too fond of it, but hopefully you can see a lot better. I turned my light on as well because it's getting darker outside. It's raining, so it's definitely really dim. While I was messing with that and trying to figure things out, I noticed that I had like extreme like bags under my eyes. They're still there, not like super noticeable or anything. So I just applied that same white concealer with this brush and just lightly put it under there and just put it there. So just so you know as well. And now we can go ahead and start with the eyes. So my first thing that I want to do, especially when using this type of eyeliner, which is a gel or liquid, I definitely like to use it first before applying my eyeshadow, because if it does run or smear, you put too much on in one section and you bat your eye and it ends up going like all over the place. At least you're not ruining your eyeshadow. It's just going to be that paint pot that we put on. And the paint pot is super easy to take off and put back on. It doesn't really do anything. When I mess up, I use the same brush I use with the paint pot, and then I don't put anything on it, and I just kind of like blend it in, and it really just goes away. It's really magical how that works. But excuse me. So to do that, I just grabbed my gel liner. I've used, what brand was it? I want to say it was Maybelline, and that was good. This one is another one from my school. I literally only use a little bit, and I use the super small fine, wow, that is really weird. I use a super small fine, just really thin brush. Synthetic, so it can either be used for wet or dry products. I just apply very little bit to it. I don't know if I'll be able to do this in the camera like this, but I'm definitely going to try a little close up. Hopefully I don't have any nose hairs or anything. I shouldn't. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying it's going to be really close. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Anyway, so I always start kind of like in the middle, because you can always go thinner on the inner part of your eye, of your eyelid, but sometimes you maybe press too hard or put too much on your brush, and then you don't realize it till like after you've already applied it, and you're like, oh crap, like that's way too thick to be on the inner part of my eye. So I like to start in the middle, work my way to the end, and then go with whatever's left over from the brush. I don't grab more. I use that, and if I need a little bit more, I literally just grab the lid, put a little bit on, and that's it. So let's see if I can do this. So, oh my gosh, this is weird. So I just literally grab a little bit. See what I mean? It's super weird, and this is a really weird thing. And you always want to get like close to your lash line. I just want to tell you that this is really weird. See what I mean about being too thick? And then I'll separate that out and do a cat eye. I love cat eyes. I love Hello Kitty, by the way, so anytime I can do a cat eye, I'm totally game. So I wonder if that's too thick. I don't know. It looks a little funky to me.